Am I live? Am I live? All right, YouTube is giving me the thumbs up. I believe I am live for you guys right now. I want to thank you everybody for tuning in to my live stream on YouTube. In this video, I'll be talking about SoundSwitch. For those people who joined in or hopped on, I made a notification on Instagram saying that I'll be online. So I'll be talking about SoundSwitch. I'll be answering some of your questions. If there's anything I can do to help you, please type it down in the chat. I've been a SoundSwitch user for a little bit more than a year, and I've had the great opportunity to play around with it. I've seen so many great changes to this software. It's an amazing software, and I've seen so many updates to it that makes it easier and adds more functionality. It makes it really cool at a light show. So thank you to everybody here that's in this live chat, and I'll have this video in the replay so everybody else can check it out. We have DJ Angel A, Brian Burns. How are you doing? And Sick Vic, what's up? What's up? Sick Vic helped me out at a wedding not too long ago, so he saw SoundSwitch for himself, and he can share some information about that as well, about what he thinks about the light show. So really quickly, for those people who don't know about SoundSwitch, it is a DMX lighting software that goes to the beat of the music and also has some other amazing features. Besides going to the beat of the music, it has other features which you can have static looks. You can program your certain lights in different scenes, and they have a new feature called Standalone. So technically, you could hire another lighting guy and run your lighting show for you. How are you doing, Brian Burns? Thank you, everybody. I see some people are joining in right now. So we are talking about SoundSwitch. Let me talk about my setup that you see right here. We have SoundSwitch ready, open, and ready to go. I'm ready to dive in. As a heads up, this is my live stream, and I recorded another video that will polish things up and that will explain the different uses of SoundSwitch. I know a lot of people who are trying to hop into the DMX lighting game to up their lighting show. They want to use SoundSwitch as easy as possible, and we can do that. Whether we can talk about it now or you can watch in my later video, which I'll post maybe in a week, talking about that. And in SoundSwitch, you can start from scratch. It already comes with some presets, auto loops that you can use. Whether you want to use it for basic use, just use what they already show or have here on this software. Or you can also go into detail and really customize your light show. It's really up to you. And SoundSwitch has different features that allows you to do that. All right, so let me answer. Yeah, please type down your question. This is why we're doing this not Instagram. I'm used to Instagram. YouTube live, so I can help you out. And I have my setup all ready to go. I see DJ Just J. What's going on? Marcus Franklin. No problem. I'm just getting started. Brian Burns, what's up? Thank you, everybody. Happy Friday to everybody here. DJ Angel A says, does it work with Intimidator's IRC 225 and keep the lights moving on the dance floor and not have it all over the place? Perfect. That's a great way to start things off. Let's start right here. Yep, create banks. Yep, type it up, type it up. I'll try to keep things within an hour explaining some things. I figured I'd do it live. I get comments and questions on my videos about SoundSwitch. I figured why not show you right here. So SoundSwitch, I believe it is a free software to download. If you want to follow along, feel free to. You can hook up your lights too, so you can follow along with this and see if there's any problems that come along your way. You can type it up, ask it, and let me see if I can help you here. So I'm going to help answer DJ Angel A's question. Does it work with Intimidator's IRC 225? Right behind me is my Chauvet 255 IRC. It's a great light, and I have it set back here. As you can see, I have it as a color red. So we're going to use this curtain behind me to demonstrate what it looks like. I'm using a moving head for SoundSwitch. I understand you have one too, and some moving heads, they have the feature of the totem. But what if, let me jump back. For the totems, the whole purpose of having the totem mode is so, you're correct, the lights don't go all over the place. They really just focus on the dance floor, what's in front of them. You can do that here in SoundSwitch. So let me first cover the first part about the Intimidator IRC 225. Let me start in a blank slate right here. I'm gonna, hi Claudio, thanks for checking in. I'm gonna create a new venue, demo number 2. Let's hop on to there. As you can see, demo number 2 doesn't have any lighting fixtures, and I think you can see that my Intimidator went back to normal because there are no lighting fixtures assigned to here. Check this out. SoundSwitch has many lights that you can add on to your workspace. Look how many there are. There's plenty of brands and lighting fixtures. The great thing about SoundSwitch is that if you don't see your lighting fixture here, you can email them and they will add it for you. But for this case, let me show you DJ MOJOE to see if they have it. Intimidator, look how many there are. Intimidator spot. I don't see the 225. Do you mean the 255? I have the 255. Okay, let's see. So in this case, I have the 255 IRC. You can just add it there. Just click and drop. Oh, you want to see Blizzard? They even have generic. Yes, they do. They have many. Let's find Blizzard. All right. See, these are great things you guys are doing right now. Blizzard. Check out all of these Blizzard lightings that they have. And they have different ones depending on the channel that you have it set on that fixture. Blizzard. Let's check one more. Another popular American DJ. I think it's American, not ADJ, American DJ. Oh, perfect. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I'm surprised too. Look, there's so many, as you can tell by the list. American DJ, check out American DJ. Wow. Wow. So let's go back to this one. Actually, go back to demo 2. We'll work on this space right here. Now, you can assign, if you're using multiple fixtures, you can assign a channel or a DMX address on each one if you want more independent control on your lights. Let's go to here, double click on this. I have my Intimidator spot to 15 as my DMX because I have another LED moving head that uses channels 1 to 14. 1 through 14 was after 14, channel 15. So I use that. I hit OK. Now you see my lights moving. So DJ MOJOE, yes, it does work with Intimidators, IRC 255 to 25. I don't see 225 listed there. Oh yeah, he says 255. Yes, they do. And this is the one I'm using right now. I have the white version of it. Now, the next question DJ MOJOE asks is, you want to keep the lights moving on the dance floor and not have it all over the place. All right, let's consider this wall back here is the audience, is the dance floor. We can keep this moving head right here around, just focus around this area and down here. Let me show you how that's done. How that's done in SoundSwitch is this thing called position markers. If you look on the bottom left, you see these positions. And by default, it came with these positions. You can edit them by double clicking on them, and you can even rename them so it will give a better description of where they're pointing. And depending on how many fixtures you have connected to this, you can control which spot, which moving head to go in any direction. So what you see right here is this grid, and I want this moving head to go facing the wall. Right, let me adjust it a little bit right there. So that's one way to do it. And if you want to change it up a little bit, you can first let me hit apply. Now let me go stage left. You can rename these. I did this earlier today. So this is the curtain. I'll put it right here. So the first thing you want to do is set your position, like where you want them to be in relation to the space that you have. And you can label them. So I got the curtain, and so I don't want to take too much time doing this, but this is how you do it. Once you get these position markers, you can drag them on the, I don't know how you say it, the workspace, the beat timeline right here. In this case, it is a 16-bar timeline. You can put these position markers right here. So let's start off with, let's see this one. Let me delete this. Right now it's pointing up. Right click, delete this position. Let me put this curtain position right here. Hold on a second. There we go. Now it's facing the curtain. Now, if you want it to move around the dance floor, what you can do, imagine this is the moving head. If you have them on a totem facing straight, you can let me create this other position right here, the Intimidator spot, and then we want it, let's point it, imagine down is, so it's really sensitive, as you can tell. There, I lowered it down here. I mean, just for the sake of this video, I mean, you can put this wherever you want, but just so then the fact that you can see it, see that it went down. Let me place this position marker maybe at the 5th bar. And then let me go back up to, let me place another curtain marker to go up at the 9th bar. And let's just see how that looks like right now. So here we are at just facing the curtain. I hit play. So it takes about 4 bars to go to its next position. As you can see, it's slowly going down to that position marker. There we go, the 5th bar. And now I put another marker at the 9th bar. So by the 9th bar, it will reach to its original position. Now, if you want to make these faster, you can move these position markers closer to each other. So instead of one at the 1st bar, 1 at the 5th bar, and 1 at the 9th bar, you can drag them closer, and let me show you the effect. So in this case, I put them 1 position marker on every bar, and it'll create a faster move pattern. Here we go. Starting, let me go back from the beginning. Starting right now. So it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, and then goes up. If you want it faster, this is something you can do. And I've get this a lot where it takes a lot of work placing these position markers. What you can do is copy and paste. And that would make life easy. So let me, I see a lot of questions here. I want to help you out. Just give me a sec. There we go. See, I just pasted that. I can copy and paste that. The great thing about this is that you have to set it once and then you're set. These are auto loops and what more. Let's go back to the beginning. So talking about DJ Angel A, about you just want to keep on the dance floor, you set your position markers and then you place them in your scene in your auto loop. And here we go. It goes down, up, down. See, it's a little bit faster now. So you can set this when it's time to dance. You can make these fast, so then they will really go around the dance floor pretty fast. Copy and paste, Control C or Command C. I use a MacBook, and Control or Command V. I hope that helps DJ Angel A. Maybe I'll get into detail later. I think there's another way to do this, which I'll show you later. Let me see here what other questions. Have you ever connected a geyser in your chain? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. What is the perfect setup for SoundCloud? I mean, perfect fixtures. I'm sorry, and I'm not too exactly sure what you mean by that. For SoundCloud or perfect fixtures. Maybe explain to me that. Anise, what brand is that moving at? This is the Chauvet Intimidator Spot 255 IRC. I got the white version. I believe they're discontinued, so I got really lucky getting these lights. I enjoy them. They're very good. And maybe down the line I may upgrade. There's so many nice moving heads out there. But I just stick to this for now. How do I change the gobos? On a moving head. Perfect. Sick Vic. All right, let's do that. There's one thing that you can do here. It's called attributes. So each light has its... So each light has its own function. It has its own things that makes it unique. Maybe different gobos, different prisms, and all that. I guess they labeled it as attributes. So let's find an example. Let's highlight the first 9 bars. Here we go. So I selected the first 9 bars, or 8 bars, I guess, and I click on Create Movement Effect. Let me see if this is the right one. Try to remember what I did here. Oh, there we go. So you don't have to select everything. See, I'm still learning about this more. You just have to select any spot. For example, at the first bar, I want this to insert an attribute cue, which you click on that. I choose the lighting fixture in which I want to happen. Check this out. They already have the stuff you see here. Excuse me. You see the Gobo Wheel. First, let me fix this. I wonder why it's not as bright. There we go. All right, let's do this again. You can see the light behind me, or it's actually it's a little bit. I'm looking at my camera right now. I really want to make sure that you guys can see it really well. It's just super bright. Let me adjust my marker because I really want you to see the shapes that it forms. Let me make it right there. All right, there we go. Not too bad. It's a because my camera is making it it's too washed in the back. I apologize for that. Just the camera, it's kind of, you can't really see the pattern because I really want to show you a different gobo. But anyways, let me just show you how you do that. You go insert attribute cue. You choose the Gobo Wheel, and it goes through these options that you have. Hard to see right now. Maybe it's because it's so bright. Let me see if I can dim it. There we go. There we go. Hope that's better on camera. Okay, so yes, so who asked that question? Sick Vic. All right, how do I change the gobos on a moving head? You go to the attribute and you add an attribute, whatever you want. The Gobo Wheel, Gobo Rotation, Prism, Pan, Tilt, Macro, Speed, Special Function, whatever that is. So you go to Gobo Wheel, you just go through these things right here and change them, whatever you want. The more values, I see it's changing, it's vibrating a lot, or it's cycling through. You don't want anything crazy, so just choose the one that you want and then just leave it. Gobo Rotation. All right, so let's choose this swirly image right here. Gobo Rotation. There we go, it's spinning. The faster you do it, it's gonna go really fast. Cool, right? And then Prism. Let's see what this can do. Let's increase the value. There we go. Oh, that's awesome. Check that out. Pan tilt, I don't deal with that. I mean, this lighting fixture already has its setting. I just leave it. Speed, I'm not too exactly sure what that meant. It really depends on the light that you have, really. And just messing around with the settings and see what they do. So let's leave it like this for now. Let's turn off the prism. It's tripping me out. So I guess you have to bring it back to 0 if you don't want it. There we go. Let's keep it single. And you see this yellow marker as an indicator saying that there's an attribute cue here. Well, hope that helped. So it's called attribute cues. Brian Blackmore, that's going to depend if the address of the gobos on the specific light. Sick Vic. All right. Yeah, feel free to comment, help each other out here. Sick Vic. Hey, Command C, Command V. And Anis, let's see, what is the perfect setup for SoundSwitch? I mean, perfect fixtures. Hey, you're welcome, Sigfic. Cool. So, Anis, the perfect setup for... It's really hard to explain for that. Oh, let me share with you. I'll get to that in a moment. I think I understand what you mean. Let me answer Sigfic's question. Can you use the focus? I believe it depends on the lighting fixture that you have on this Strave 255 IRC. I don't believe it has that focus function. I think the ADJ has this focus spot, which I believe they named it because you can. They have a focus feature in which you can adjust. So if you have that light, and you can check the attribute queue and see what it has, there should be a focus function or slider, and you can do that as well. Feel free to type in more questions, guys. This is very helpful, and I hope this is something really cool for you and showing how to use SoundSwitch. So Anis, if you're hopping onto SoundSwitch, by default, it comes with some auto loops that you can use right away. However, if you want to take it to the next step and edit these auto loops, as you can see right here, these pulses, the position markers, the colors right here. And instead of doing it manually, what's really great about SoundSwitch are these effects right here. You can have it do it for you in a sense where you can select how many bars. Let's work the first 9 bars here. You can choose to fade in and drag it. You see how it's fading in from the bottom part represents there's no light at all, to the top is the max brightness. It's fading in. If I click and drag here, it's fading out. It's going from bright to dark. You can click and drag, flash pulse at every beat length you want. In this case, let's do quarter note at the 100% brightest setting. There we go. Right now, you can do flash and fade. There's so many things. So if you're having trouble trying to adjust or edit your auto loops, these effects right here will definitely help. Same thing with the color. You can do color chase. Color chase is really good. Depends on a lighting fixture. You can do that. Chase right here. It's better if I have a different fixture. I've done this with my ADJ Dots T-Par, in which case these chases look amazing. You see lights going back and forth, doing different patterns. The colors have a little chase to it. You can change the color palette. Check out these color palettes on the left side. If you're bad with what color goes with what, you can choose the color palette that it already has, and you can choose how often do you want that color to change, whether it's every 1 beat, quarter note, etc. Now, it depends on your fixture. Some colors blend in really well, and some colors or some fixtures, they don't blend the colors really well because they're just using gels and it doesn't really transition the color really well. What you see in some moving fixtures is that it just slides another gel color and is not really giving the accurate color that's represented in SoundSwitch. You can do strobe, drops, depending on how many bars you want that drop to be, etc. There's so many here. All right. That's the other thing. So yes, really quickly, you can use the auto loops that SoundSwitch already gives you. You can edit them if you want, and these auto loops can be used on any song. So you don't have to. I think one of the misconceptions about SoundSwitch is that you have to script each song. You know, you don't. You can just use auto loops. You only have to set up the scenes that you want for your event and just use that. And with a MIDI controller, you can choose whatever scene you want. Check out these 4 banks right here that it already comes with. And there are 8 scenes per bank, 8 times 4. That's 32 scenes, which is a lot that you can use at your event. The next level, if you want to have a great light show, which I think is good for producers who are having a set at a near club or whatever, and you want to curate your show, not just with the music, but with the lights, you can script them. Really briefly, I'll talk about that. You can automate a song. Maybe I can show that with you today. If not, maybe another time. SoundSwitch does it for you using this thing called automation, which lays the groundwork for you. It has some kind of cool algorithm that kind of, in a way, programs the show for you. And you can always, kind of like the auto loops, you can adjust it here. You can adjust it. You can adjust your scripted track. And that will be applied for that specific song that overrides these auto loops here. So it really depends on how you want to use it. Whether you have the time to script each song. If you don't have the time, I really recommend using auto loops. Or at least use the ones here and tweak them to your liking. Well, I hope that helped. Marcus Franklin says, do you like SoundSwitch better than other DMX products? Unfortunately, I haven't had the experience to use or try other DMX products. I was just attracted to SoundSwitch just because it goes to the beat of the music and it has the ability to take it to the next level, which is scripting each song. I don't know if other DMX lighting softwares do that to that degree where you can have each song scripted. That would be amazing. And I don't know how important that is to you. For me, I think that's awesome. Maybe down the road, I'll hire someone to do it, make script songs for me. What the great thing about SoundSwitch is it's continually updating. And kudos to the team at SoundSwitch for continually updating it, always thinking of making ways to make it better. I think it's great because these auto loops, it's really programmed to however you want it, whether it's a dance track, whether it's a hip hop track. You can have certain scenes for different parts of a song that you can just press of a button and it's an automatic light show for that. I think it has more flexibility, it has more creativity in it. So I can't really say anything else for the other DMX lighting softwares, but I can tell you this. I just set this up and it's been pretty amazing. For all the DMX lighting softwares, there is some kind of learning curve, I think. There's some that uses an iPad. For me, I like to use a separate MIDI controller such as this. It's really hard to explain because I really don't have, so I can't really tell you which one I like more. But I'm kind of biased because I'm already using SoundSwitch, and so far I'm loving it, and that's why I'm making this video. Well, hope that helped, Marcus. Let me read out the next question. Sig Vic, when you can you talk about the auto script? What's the fastest way to auto script all your music? Also create banks for cocktail hours. Thanks. All right. Let's talk about auto scripting. Auto scripting. I mentioned earlier, SoundSwitch can auto script a song for you. On the left here, I have different crates. It matches with your crates in Serato. You can also add music from your iTunes library. Let's just dive into this crate that I have titled SoundSwitch. These are songs from Epidemic Sounds, which I get these music from. So when I play them, I won't get copyrighted strike or anything like that when I post this up on YouTube. So automation on SoundSwitch, you can do that. So choose a crate of songs that you want to get done. I recommend not doing a whole library just yet. Just choose a select songs because it will take a while, a long while, if you do all of your songs. So try to create, maybe just script the songs that you're going to play for your next event. That's the start. When you do that, when you select your crate, you can see the tracks in that crate. This is one way to do this. I recommend doing by crate instead of searching the library just for one particular song. In this crate, I label it SoundSwitch because these are songs that I personally picked for this demonstration. On the left side, you can see these are the SoundSwitch logo, indicating that these songs have been scripted by SoundSwitch. The ones that are blank next to it means they haven't been scripted. If you want to delete it, just right click and hit delete. Let's listen to this song called Black Coffee. And let me open up my Serato. Right here, Black Coffee is right here. Hopefully you guys can hear it. Demonstration real quick. Let's try this using one of my auto loops I already set up. Which I forget to assign a key to it on my MIDI controller. But anyways, this is the song that we're going to work. Right now it's very basic, it's just spinning blue. But let's see what kind of light show we can get with that. Let's go back to SoundSwitch. Well, actually, sorry, before we begin, I really want to show you the difference between auto loops and scripted. Let's jump into MIDI controller real quick. Let's do that. Dun-bun-bun. Oh, there's one thing. Someone asked me this question. I apologize. I forgot who. When you connect it to your controller, I had this problem the first time when I operated SoundSwitch, where it wasn't reactive. What you had to do was go to the settings, go to the MIDI tab, click on your MIDI device, which is my APC Mini. Make sure it's enabled. And then let's try that out again. Or let me try with this song. Did I have it program it? Let me see here. Usually my light should move. Alright, I don't want to take too long with this. Let's auto script this. Alright, let's do it, Sick Vic. Black Coffee. I wonder why I have two tracks here. Maybe I have two tracks. What you have to do is select the tracks that you want. Let's just do multiple and do auto script right here. So when you auto script that, you have different settings right here. You have intensity, movement speed, low BPM option if the song is low BPM, high energy pulse. You can do that, yes or no. Hit start. Now it's going to do it. I think it averages about 10, 20, 15, 20 seconds per song to get it done. So that's why it may take a while. You can see the list of songs that's being processed right now. The first one is Backbreaker 2, and then Black Coffee, which is queued. And today I want to map the MIDI function SoundSwitch to my DJ MS line. It didn't recognize the mixer. Are you aware of this issue? No, I'm not. Oh, okay, but yes, I hope that answered your question, Anis. When you go to settings and go to MIDI, and just make sure whatever device that's you're going to control through MIDI is enabled. So it is done. Look, check this out. I hit OK, and voila, you see the song right here. The song title that we have is called Black Coffee on the top right. This is the track. They have bars from 1 through maybe 58, 59 maybe. I'm zooming in right now, maybe up to the 61 bars. And check this out. Check out our light show. That was actually not bad. That was pretty fast. Imagine you just leave this overnight and your whole library of songs is automated or scripted. Check this out. All right, so here is our show. Let me play this from left to right. The thing is, let me see here. I have it. Let me switch mode. Oh, let me hit save. The reason why I'm on edit mode and Serato DJ I'm performing. If you want to perform this live, let me hit save. You have to go to File, Switch Mode. Yes, I want to save it. Go to Perform, Demo 2, because that's what we have it. Let me eject these tracks. We did Black Coffee. There we go. This is Black Coffee track using the automated script. As you can tell, this part of this song, it's the low energy to breakdown. Now it's pulsing, as you can tell. There we go. Here's a breakdown. It stopped changing colors. And if you skip forward in the track, it will pick up right away from where you are. So DJ Al, thanks for checking in. Here's the drop coming up, and let's see what it will do. It's back to pulsing. So every quarter note, it's pulsing. That's awesome. So it did it for you. It's a light show on its own. You leave it as is and just have it playing like that. Let's go back to SoundSwitch and let me show you what that looks like in the edit mode. Switch mode, go back to edit. Here we are. Let's check that out. SoundSwitch. Go back to our Black Coffee song. So it goes from left to right. From the left, it's showing pink. Well, in this case, kind of red because of my lighting fixture. It doesn't really have pink. It pulses up, brings it down, goes to mid intensity. Now it's in blue color. It's like this for the 8 bars, and then it's gonna pulse soon. There we go. You see these pulses? It did it for you. So I really enjoyed how SoundSwitch does it for you. Now you can just tweak things up. For example, I don't want the color green. You can, let's see here. You can edit, you select that portion, go to that color bar, you can right click, change color to whatever you want, and then boom, there you have it. I think one of this, for this demo purposes, it's really hard to see a lighting fixture facing that curtain. Right now it's just pointing straight up. It's because it has these position markers right here. It uses the blue, which is probably the stage left, the yellow, which is the stage right, and this teal button with dance floor center. So you have to program these. If you want stage left, then let's try to do that right now. Stage left is right here. All right, and then hit apply. If I want to change this yellow marker, stage right, then let's move it to the other side, which is right here. Hold on. Now it's pulsing. There we go. So there you have it. That's auto scripting on SoundSwitch. It does a pretty good job doing this for you. So now you have more flexibility, whether you want auto loops, which we set up some stuff here, or you can script your tracks and it will come out a great light show. You just have to tweak some of the settings here and that would help you out. I hope that answered your question. If there's anything else I can do to help with you using SoundSwitch, please let me know. What else I can talk about here? Let's check out the MIDI. All right, here we go. So when you MIDI, it's better to use, in my opinion, another controller or MIDI device, such as the APC Mini, which is the one I'm using here today. And you can set each button to whatever you want. These auto loops right here. Check out these different banks that I have it set on my APC Mini board. You can repeat an auto loop and all that. Performance mode. You can choose these faders or sliders to control the strobe rate, the scripted track master intensity, these up faders, cross faders. You can override the color by setting these into one of the buttons on your MIDI controller. And so by the press of a button, it will override it with the color red, or sometimes with color orange, yellow, green, and all these colors right here. I haven't tried this smoke button. I don't know what that does. That's pretty cool. Maybe that's going to be tied to your smoke machine. Whenever you want to let go of that, you just press that button and it will do it. Some smoke machines, they have DMX control, which is pretty awesome. So with the press of a button, you can release smoke. And I believe that'd be pretty cool if you can DMX not just lighting, but a smoke machine. I haven't done that yet, but that'll be pretty interesting. I've yet to see that. Static looks is another feature of SoundSwitch. So what we've talked about was SoundSwitch being able to create a light show that goes to the beat of your music. And that requires for you to use Serato DJ Pro that beat grids the music. Now, there may be cases where you want a look that's outside of that beat grid or time frame of that track. You can have up to 32 scenes of static looks programmed here, which is pretty nice. So with a touch of a button, you can have a static look of, this is what I've personally done, was use a static look to highlight the doors for the grand entrance. I use my moving heads and I position them. So let me just show you really quick static looks. I go to MIDI map. I want to use this top right button on my controller, my APC Mini. Boom. So that controls that part right here. And then let me edit it. For example, you're having a grand entrance, or grand entrance. You can do a grand entrance. You can point your lights at you, at the cake, whatever you want with static features, static look. You can choose a lighting fixture you want. Imagine, let's see here. Oh, it's really bright right now. Let me lower down intensity just for the purpose of this video. Let me position this. First of all, you can change the color, which is really cool. But most of the time when I use static looks, I usually have a standard white color. And let's give it a position. Let's increase the brightness right there. Position, imagine this part, my award right there. Oh yeah, there we go. My Wedding Wire award. Let's highlight that. There we go. Perfect. Let's highlight that award. So let me that's under disco ball. I'm gonna name that award for now, and then I'm gonna hit OK. So when it's time for the award ceremony or whatever event you're doing and you want to highlight that award, you just have to press the button. Now you can either press it, it tells you right here to play mode, you have to hold it down. Press mode, that means you have to hold it down in order to take effect. The moment you let go, it's going to turn off. Toggle, it just press it once, it will go there. Press it twice, it will remove it. Let's go to toggle. So now it's time for the award ceremony. Boom, you press the button and it highlights that award. Whether it's cake, it's cake time for the couple to cut their cake, you can program that to shine the lights, your moving head, or whatever fixture you have for the cake. If you want it to, for the grand entrance, you can point it at the doors. I think you have the idea. This greatly helps. I've been using this, and my tip for you is to set this up before your event starts so you can really program your lights. Think about the certain places where you want to accent, whether it's the door, the cake, the grand entrance, the dance floor, yourself when it's time for you to MC. You can do that. Once you're done, just hit it back again. It goes back to where it was before. That's static looks. The other thing about SoundSwitch is it has a standalone feature. And this is something that I haven't tried yet, but I guess the concept is if you don't have to use your laptop to do the lights. You don't have to tie to Serato DJ. From my understanding is it'll be great if you have another computer, if you have a lighting guy that dedicates their time controlling the light show, they can do it from their computer, and instead of syncing to the song, he can match the BPM and he can control it through here. Your lighting guy may have already preset auto loops that he loves to use, and he can just press of a button and it will automatically do the lights. And to make it sync to the song, he just have to tap a BPM marker or BPM button, and it will adjust the timing of the light show to that particular BPM, which is really cool. And that's something I haven't done yet, so I can't really show you that right now. And there's lots of preference here. Library, if you want to learn more about which songs is pulling the library from. Oh, display master track visualizer. This is a really cool tip for those who imagine you don't have the actual SoundSwitch unit itself, but you want to get an idea of what it could look like. This is the visualizer here on the bottom left. So right now, let's see here. It's showing pink right now. Since my lighting fixture doesn't really have pink, showing a weird color like reddish orange right now. But remember, it depends on your lighting fixture. Some lights are better at blending colors than others. Some lights are better at showing the true representation of the color that you have set in SoundSwitch. SoundSwitch for pyro would be sick. What is pyro? I'm not too exactly sure about that. Sick Vic, I'll try DMXing my fog machine tonight. I'll let you know. That would be amazing. Tag me on Instagram and let me know about that. That'll be pretty cool. So smoke machine, that'll be cool. So when the drop comes, you don't have to worry about pressing the smoke machine button. It's already programmed to play that smoke machine to set it off. We have about 8 minutes left before 4. I started this live streaming at 3. I hope you find tremendous value with this. Maybe I'll make another live stream on anything else that you want me to cover. This is a live demonstration of it, and I just figured I have the time to show you how this works. And I appreciate everybody who is watching this right now on a Friday. Hope everybody's enjoying their Friday right now. If they have a gig, auto script some songs before you go. Try it out. Try out SoundSwitch. Don't be afraid of exploring the software. The possibilities depend on you and what you want to do to create your experience for your guests. I hope this has helped you. Any other questions, please type it down in the chat before I sign off. And maybe what I'll do at the end of this video, in my description in this video, I'll show you other links to my other SoundSwitch videos. I've made other SoundSwitch videos in the past, but I believe that the more I play with it, the more I'm getting familiar with it, and just want to update you on the cool features it has. So SoundSwitch, you're doing something right. Thank you for continually updating the software for us to use. Warren, pyrotechnics effects like the fireballs and spice. I forgot the question that you asked before. Oh yeah, SoundSwitch for all that stuff. That'll be really great. I think with anything with DMX, really. And by the way, I'm doing this wirelessly, DMX. I don't know about you if you're using wireless DMX dongles to connect your lights all together. I really recommend using them instead of cables. Definitely check it out. I'll leave a link to the video about that so you can try that out at your next event. Pyrotechnics. Yeah. Well, I don't know what else to cover here, guys. If any other questions, please let me know. I just shared with you as a recap some auto loops, how to set up some attribute cues, which is basically the other functions that you can do with your particular light. I shared with you how to use the effects on the left side to make the editing process easier. I've showed you the automation of the songs, and you see the effect that it has, and you can always tweak that. I showed you the position markers and the effect that it has when you place them along the timeline, and I've showed you how to set up those position markers for your lights. I showed you how to add the light fixtures to it. I also talked about the MIDI control, the auto loops, the edit mode, the static looks, and some benefits for you and how to use static looks at your event. Other than that, I appreciate you guys watching this video. I'll leave it up for the replay. Once again, if there's anything else I can do to help, please let me know. And for everybody else, thank you for tuning in live on your busy Friday afternoon. With that said, I'm DJ MOJOE, saving the city one party at a time. Thank you for watching. Let me know what else you want me to see in future videos. I have plenty of video ideas and things I want to share with you coming up, so make sure you subscribe and hit that bell to be notified of my future videos. I appreciate your support and your time. Thank you guys, and go crush it out there using SoundSwitch. I'm DJ MOJOE. Take care, guys.